morning. Happy Sunday. It's 5 to 9. This is horrible. Ugh. Don't normally film on Sunday, but today I'm making an exception. We're in the van. Doesn't he look happy? And we're off to go and collect a piece of furniture. And it's a buffet and a mirror to go in the breakfast room. It's quite large. Ideally we had wanted one with a marble top, but we can't find one. We're running out of time. Some of them are really expensive, and I managed to find this one, including the mirror, for €150 on Facebook Marketplace. And from the pictures, it kind of looks like what will go well in the room. I really need to cut your hair today. Really let me cut your hair.
No.
You look like Einstein.
Yeah. What the difference?
Don't get why you want to keep it so long. Are you wanting a man bun?
No.
Mullet?
No.
What's the ambition then with the hair?
Just to retain the fact that I have some.
You do. You're a very hairy man. I can tell you that. I find your hair in my mouth all the time. Honestly, sometimes it's just like living with some kind of shedding spaniel. It's a compliment.
Really?
Yeah. I'm proud of your hair. I made it that colour. Don't know how much further we've got to go, but this is really, really taking us into Cognac Vineyard County, isn't it? It's a bit grey. Hopefully it burns off. So we collected the dresser and the mirror. It's rather heavy. I think it's oak. Yeah. So this is what it looks like. The mirror's behind it, and it's going to be staying there for a little while. My wonderful brother-in-law is coming on Wednesday next week and is bringing our friend Martin. So
They can help with this, so yeah.
yep. After our fun morning of picking up furniture, we are now at the market. Shopping day. I might get you a beer, feel nice. Sometimes I see things and they remind me of you. Normally we hit the butcher's counter first, and it's the best place to buy a horse. Of course. They look naughty, don't they? They do have cheddar cheese this week, which is a treat. But yeah, just look at this. It's like cheese as far as the eye can see. Cheese.
Ça t'aura vite besoin d'une deuxième paire, je pense.
Mais t'as des clients qui me disent ah, vous avez changé
Ouais, mais tu sais que non.
It's fruit and vegetables next, and it's the time of year where you can start buying these boxes to make jam and preserves with, but I've not got the time at the moment. However, the big peaches are back rather than the flat ones. Yay!
Shopping is done, now it's beer time. Cheers. I've heard this.
Well, good morning and happy Monday. We went and we collected this table yesterday afternoon. It was €50 from Facebook Marketplace, so quite pleased with that because these are the tables that we're going to have in the breakfast room. Anyway, after we picked it up, I stopped recording. We had roast beef Sunday dinner last night, which was lovely, even in the heat. And before I get cracking Today I'm just making some lunch, and with the leftover beef I am making a faux soup. And there we are, 2 bowls of beef faux soup for lunch. And of course, who do I have waiting?
A happy customer. Now we've finished with the scaffolding tower in the breakfast room, I've wheeled it out here into the corridor so I can get up and start working on the ceiling here. Corridor, there's a couple of holes in the ceiling. There's one, and there's the other down there. When I was doing the wiring for lighting in here, there had been no lights at either end of the corridor, and that was the only way I could work out how to actually fish the wires through to where I needed them to be. Anyway, so I've got those 2 holes to patch up. There's a little crack up there. Otherwise, it's not in bad condition, just a good paint. First job I've got to do is get some dust sheets to cover the wallpaper. Not the tidiest of painters, I'm told. So rather than dribbling paint down here, I'm going to protect it. There we have it, all lined. So the first thing I'm going to do is get on repairing these holes. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make up some adhesive mortar, push this up through the hole and stick it from above across the top of the laths. And when that's gone off, I'll be able to stick, once I cut them to the right size, stick some bits of plasterboard in to fill up the hole. When they're in, just a little skim should finish it. That's the theory. Give it a go. Whilst I'm waiting for those to set dry, I'm going to start raking out the cracks. I thought there's only a couple, but I think there's 4, so yeah, I'm just going to have to get on with it, aren't I? I'm going to do exactly as I've done in the other rooms. I'm going to rake the crack out to make it bigger, drill through it, inject some expanding foam to lock the different parts of the plaster work together from above, and then it can be filled, sanded, painted, and hopefully completely disguised.
So I'm back in here this afternoon and I'm about to start on the second sand of the floor. One of the things I've got to do is go all the way along the edges where the far tools machine didn't reach. I've got a couple of little blobs of paint to take off the floor and just give the whole thing a really good sand back. The far tool sander is rough, it really gets any varnish or anything else off the floor. But because I'm osmoing it in a different colour, I need to get this as smooth as possible. That is 4 hours of solid sanding. If I'd have sanded the floor much more, I could have been downstairs in the cellar. There's a line there. Anyway, I'll stop recording some of that. I am very sorry. It is a very boring job to do. But yeah, I've done it. So the whole floor has been re-sanded. I've got all of the corners gone along all of there. And it's been done in a 120 GSM sandpaper.
That was close. I nearly ran out of expanding foam, but I just had enough to complete the job. Bricko trip would have had to be made. Anyway, pleased with the progress I've made. I can't really do anything else now till all of those dried, and yeah, that's not going to be today now, so I'm going to get cleaned up.
That looks like fun. About to go in there and clean that room down, but before I do that, I've just been spending some time cleaning off the boob jiggling machine, which I'm a little bit annoyed about because it's obviously been left in the corridor. So I've just been trying to clean off the dust and this expanding foam, and if you put your toe anywhere near there and you clean it, it slices your toe open. So if you now see me hobbling around like an idiot, that's why. It's 7:20 at night. I've had a long day, I am tired, I am a little grumpy. However, I want to get this first coat on the floor. So, I've dusted myself off, I've hoovered the floor, I've cleaned off that, I've fixed my broken toe, I've got a fresh pair of socks on, and I've got my Osmo stuff. And the girls are strapped down, as much as they can be. Now, I'm either about to wow you, or I'm going to horrify you. This is my last tin of Osmo for a little while. And this one is a different colour to the rest of the floors. This one's called Licht Gris Clair, which I think is white, but I think that's in German, and my German's not up to scratch, so I'm sorry if I've offended anyone in German, but that's what it looks like to me on the tin. Number 3518. And let's just take one last look at this floor. Woo! As you know, with Osmo, you want a really dust-free, clean environment, and you need to work quickly because it dries. So I'm not going to say much more. I'm going to quickly show you the colour and then I'm going to get on with it. Okay. Ooh, it looks more grey. Ooh, it looks, ooh, 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 ooh. So I finished going around the edges. Not quite sure what to think of it yet. I'm going to wait until the whole thing is done and trust the process. It looks distressed, which is kind of the look I was going for. I look distressed at times. Anyway, time to go in with the boob jiggler. I'm nearing the door and I've got to say, I'm not overly happy with this at the moment. It's not, that's the wet bit, but it's just not really got, it's not really got any colour to it. It's not really like lifted it. I know that you have to buff it to smooth it all in, but I'm just feeling a bit robbed at the moment. Well, there we go. It's lighter. I don't know, I'm not convinced yet. It just looks like all of my efforts have gone to waste and I've got a dusty arse floor. I'm going to sleep on it and see what it's like in the morning. I do have some stain left in the Osmo tin. Don't know whether I'll get the whole floor out of it again, but I might be able to try and do something. Osmo, that's really disappointing. Paid a lot of money for that disappointment there. 9:15. Time to make dinner and go to bed.
That's all the cracks filled. A light sand tomorrow and a paint and they should be invisible. Good morning. I'm in the corridor. All the filler I put in yesterday is hard, ready for me to give it a sand. I'm happy with how that went. I've also took the opportunity to just put a bit more filler in where I've repaired those holes. So yeah, that's good. Good morning so far, and I think I'm going to put some paint on next. Whilst I've got the scaffolding here, I'm going to show you this light that we've got in the ceiling rose above it. It's really quite beautiful. So the closer you get to the rose, the more detail you can start seeing, all the little vines growing. Really pretty. And the light here, look at the engraved peacock, I think it is, and some bulrushes. Oh, it's flickering, sorry. We're really lucky to have found these things in the house that we're able to keep. It's nice to have a bit of the original still here. Anyway, got to get on with the painting. left it all alone for a couple of hours now and it's all gone completely dry. So yeah, I'm going to do another coat in reverse, but I'm not going to show you because you've seen what I do, and I'm just going to do it again. Good morning. Well, I just 5 minutes ago just touched up a couple of little patches of paint and I think we're ready to get these polythene sheets down. They've done their job, let me show you. I was being careful, but thank goodness we had the polythene here, otherwise all of that would have been on the wallpaper. Well, I think that looks a heck of a lot better than when I started a couple of days ago. Anyway, can't take that scaffolding down just yet. Claire's going to be using it in the next part of this project. But, well, my part, for now, is done.
Good afternoon. I'm further down the corridor today. I'm still letting that floor just sit where it is at the moment. And I've come into the downstairs bedroom. Now, when we did this room, we were in quite a rush because Nick's parents were coming to stay and they desperately needed a room. So with this downstairs bedroom, the bathroom and the ensuite is all complete. However, the room really just got a quick whitewash and yeah, that was pretty much it really. Oh, and I did the floor. This is a non-Osmo floor. One day I will come back and do this again. However, we're coming back in here because I just want to jazz this up a bit before we open. In the winter there was a big old leak that came through the ceiling. I think we might just paint that for now, or hopefully Mr. Butcher will sort it out. And then there's this big chunk of missing wood from one of the windows. None of the woodwork in here has been painted. It's all the original colours. It was just wiped down. Yeah, so it's time to kind of redo this. So in the midst of doing the floor in there, doing some bits along here, there's also this extra room. And then of course there's a massive clean down coming as well. So nearly everything is coming out of that room and it's all being moved into here. This afternoon, Mother and Father have arrived. Father wants some bits and pieces because he's shortly to be repairing his roof where the weather's so nice. So they've come up today, they're on the cadge and they've brought us a trailer load of wood. Excellent. Nana. Oh, Nana, you've got the girls out today.
The girls out. Yes. I'm trying to keep my fanny warm as cool as well.
Well, you know, I made some space for some wood in the wood store. Some wood has arrived. God, it's bright today. That's it, nice and tidy.
Yes.
There, it didn't take long, did it?
No.
Oh, you can leave that in there, take that home with you. Seems like a fair swap, the loan of my scaffolding for a load of wood. Not bad. He's got to go on the roof at home. He's got a leaking roof, and of course now he chooses the week when it's going to be 35 degrees to do it.
Don't do it till next week till it goes down.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
It's the day after the Osmo stain, and I've got to tell you, I'm not impressed. Yes, it's lighter, but it just looks a bit wishy-washy. It looks a bit dusty. I've got half a tin left, and I think if I use it sparingly, I'm going to give this floor one more going over just to try and make it a bit more brighter. I'm not going to record this because it's hot. I'm bothered. I'm sweaty already. I'm wearing shorts. But this is the before. Let's see what I can do. All done, and I think that this looks a lot better. Bearing in mind it is not dry yet, and it will need sealing, but it makes it look lighter. It doesn't make it look as though it's dust covered. A job well done in the heat.
The first job I'm going to get on with is the windows. I'm going to get the paint stripped off and, well, yeah, it's going to need a bit of puttying. Definitely need more puttying up there. Hopefully I'll do all this without breaking any glass, but
I'm back in the breakfast room, and I am definitely a lot happier with this floor. And it's time to get it sealed. I've got my fresh socks. I've got my goo. Oh, it smells wonderful. So here goes. It's work quick time. Okay, cutting in around the edges is done. This is actually really hard to do because where you're painting something transparent on white, and if you can't see it in the light, you're going to have loads of gaps. So I've just been extra vigilant. Took a little bit longer than planned. What I'm going to do, I'm going to try and gently close the doors and leave this. Normally it says 24 hours, but let's see how it dries. Quick cup of tea and then on to the next job. Woohoo.
well, that's both of the bedroom windows stripped. I'm quite pleased with that. I'm going to call it a day there. Got some visitors arriving shortly, so just time for me to clean up in here and then get ready to welcome them.
I've had a long day of cleaning. I've cleaned the urinal toilet, I've cleaned 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, and done so much more in the searing heat. And now my brother-in-law is here with our friend Martin. Good afternoon from the editing suite. It's 35 degrees outside. I've got a fan in here, having a little bit of a Beyonce moment. Wow, wonderful. So our opening date of the 1st of July is getting nearer and nearer. I got one of the dates wrong last week. I'm sorry about that. Sometimes I don't know what day it is anymore. Anyway, this week you have seen what's happened on Sunday the 15th of June. I'm looking at the calendar now. Monday the 16th, Tuesday the 17th and Wednesday the 18th. You've still not seen Thursday, Friday or today, Saturday. So I don't want to make this week's vlog an hour-long feature film, so I have saved some of this footage back. This week I was also going to answer some of your questions. I'm really sorry I've not had time to. So what I may try and do is try and squeeze in an extra little 20-minute vlog next week. So keep watching. I want to get on. It's now like 5 to 2. I want to go and do some work because I'm fed up of being sat in front of a computer now, and yeah, I just want to crack on. So we're not going to do one of the week because everything's busy. Everyone's busy over here. But thanks for watching and we will see you soon.